Hi, my name is Anna.
Hi, my name is Luis.
And welcome to our channel where a Guatemalan guy and a Ukrainian girl speak English.
Okay, let's start.
The honest talk. Hi, so this is our third video and we decided to talk about the capital of Guatemala and some things that happened to us recently.
Yeah, we want to talk about some situations, nothing bad, actually, just things that happen when you are not living in the capital. In this case, the capital of Guatemala. We are living in Quetzaltenango, the city called Shela, and because we live here and not in the capital, there are some situations like, for example, some brands and some companies are not taking us so seriously sometimes. It's a very controversial topic, I guess. I don't know if we are going to post this in the end or not. Actually, we are discussing this kind of things all the time, like why are we not living in the capital? One of the reasons is because of the safety issues. Of course, not all the capital is dangerous, but like I don't want to be thinking all the time like if something happens to me, it's because I'm in the capital. I just want to feel free to live my life, to go wherever I want and not to be like afraid, this is a dangerous area, or here something happened last week, or there always something bad happens in this zona or whatever in this area.
Like, for example, some things happened to me in the capital. Some people took money from me illegally and I made a video about it, and many of my subscribers said that it's just because I was not smart enough.
Yeah, suddenly,
you cannot justify.
Suddenly it becomes your fault. That's what I don't like, for example, when people are like, but if you live in the capital, you have to be super like quick and like super smart.
Yeah, that's true. You need to be smarter in all of the capitals because like there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of streets, there's like a lot of opportunities. You need to be smarter, but like you cannot justify crime just by like you were dumb in this situation. That's why they took advantage of you. This is not normal to have criminal situation.
Yeah, this is like a social problem.
You should not be feeling that you are guilty for someone doing crime towards you. Of course, we are not saying that only in the capital of Guatemala crime happens. It happens everywhere, in all of the cities, in all of the aldeas, which is like villages, everywhere in all of the countries. We're just talking about why we are not living in the capital, what we don't really like about the capital, and I think it applies for many capitals of probably all the countries in the world. For example, in Ukraine too, I wouldn't like to live in Kiev because of all this like noise and like people running somewhere, people lying to you or this kind of stuff, because this is what happens in the capitals. People need to be running all the time.
That's one of the reasons why we are not living there. I'm talking about my family in this
I'm sorry.
I put something on the screen.
That was so scary. But also, there are disadvantages for not living in the capital, right? That's what we wanted to talk about.
One of the disadvantages of not living in the capital is that you cannot, like in this case, when we have this like YouTube channels, for example, or like big social media activity, it's very difficult for us to find some brand deals, for example, some company that wants to have some deal with us because we are not living there in the capital, and and because we're not living there, like they don't want to have anything to do with us and our social media. We have had some situations like this, so we're not like just making it up.
It started all in December. We of course are not going to say the company name or the product that they are selling. There's a company and I love their product, so I wanted to have some of their items, and I also would love to promote them a little bit, for example, on my Instagram. I have never taken any money from people so that I promote someone. If you like the product, I think it's very nice if the company presents you the product and you, because you are thankful, you just show the product to people and say that I love this product, look at it, this company is nice. I have not done this before. I have not taken money from some companies or nothing like this, but I know that many people do, many bloggers, vloggers, I don't know, YouTubers do this, and they take actual money, like something like $150 for a post. And the products that I wanted with this company were much, much, much less. Like $50 tops, I think. Luis is working as my representative here in Guatemala because it's better when a Guatemalan person is talking to a Guatemalan person because they understand their culture more.
She needs someone to represent her here because she's a foreign person. She's a girl, especially when in this country there has been some situations and like there are some things that are not so good. She needs someone to represent her all the time. It's not like she's behaving like a huge star. This is something necessary. I speak the language, I speak with people here, and that's it.
Because there have been issues like that. The mentality is so different that I don't understand what people want from me. And I ask like in a very straightforward way. And people are calling me babosa. Yeah, many bad words. Just because I ask one more time that I didn't understand something. So Luis was my representative and he messaged the company and he asked if they wanted to collaborate. So the company said that they would love to do this. We already chose the products, 2 products that they would send to us and that I would then promote on my Instagram account. They were communicating too, so it was obvious that they wanted to work with us. And they say, okay, give us the directions. And Luis gives his directions. He gives his address and his number and of course his name. So they're like, okay, we're gonna send you this week. This week ends and nothing is sent. And I was waiting for it anxiously, but nothing was sent. Next week we messaged them and we're like, do you have any information? Luis is very polite, so he's like, do you have any information about the package? They're like, oh, I'm sorry, in December we cannot send it, so we're gonna send it in January. So as you can see, right now is January.
We decided to send an audio that Anna recorded for them because we started thinking and we kind of figured that they didn't believe me and anything that I said, and they thought that I was just scamming them or something. So we decided to send a voice message from her.
Yeah, I was saying that I saw that probably they don't want to collaborate. If it's so, just tell us that you don't want, because I want your product. I might even buy it. So I recorded a voice message for them, but I sent it to Luis, and Luis resent my message to them. So we get the answer, and the answer is, why is she not talking to us herself? And I understand them because obviously the address and the name and everything is Luis's. So yeah, it might be a scam or something. So I record a video for them saying that, hello, this is me, this is from my manager's phone, and like I'm here talking to you, and I named their company so that they know that I'm talking to them and that he didn't take it from somewhere, I don't know from where, this message. So I sent them the video, and guess what? They blocked us.
They blocked us on WhatsApp.
So then from my account on Instagram, we send them a message, a voice memo where Luis is explaining that it was him, that he didn't understand what happened, and like we would love to hear from you. They never answered. So I am not saying that this company is bad. I understand what they thought. I understand why. We are not from the capital. They cannot see us. So we are from a different city, and
well, actually, there's another thing. We went to the capital twice already, and during this time, they never answered, they never messaged. We could have gone there ourselves in person, but they, this is the thing. We want to talk about this situation. The thing is that here in Guatemala, and I don't know if it happens in other countries, but here in Guatemala, when a person feels strange about something, they decide not to say anything. Like in Anna's culture, it's totally different. When you don't want to do something, you say it. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I cannot. I'm sorry, I will not. I'm sorry, I just don't want. I have seen many things from her culture, and one of the things is that they are super responsible and super straightforward. They are not like fooling around and like, okay, let's just let the time pass and see what happens. They do or do not do, and they say already, this is what we're gonna do, and they do it. Or they say, we will not do this, and they don't do it. But here, it seems like people are like, yeah, of course, yes, sure, for sure, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever you say, whatever you like. And in the end, they let you wait for God knows how long. And in the end, they don't do anything.
Yeah, and there are many situations like this. For example, that situation with an interview. Remember, like 2 years ago, some internet blog page or like a newspaper, let's call it, they contacted me and they wanted to have an interview with me, but they are in the capital again, and I'm from Quetzaltenango. I told them that I would be free, for example, next week. And next week they didn't message. And then in 4 months, we messaged them ourselves and we're like, so we're going to the capital. It happened so that I need to go to the capital. So are you gonna have an interview or what? I have an interview there with them and they say next week, the newspaper is gonna come out. And guess what? 6 months later, they finally publish my interview. 6 months. This would have never happened in Ukraine. That's why I'm saying that for this kind of things, I need a manager, a representative who knows the culture. Because as for me, this is disrespectful.
You would lose your mind if you...
Yes.
You would totally lose your mind because like you were expecting something that probably will never happen. Mm-hmm. I just want to mention some things. Like this channel, we made it because we wanted to talk about controversial stuff. So like if you are sensitive or if you think that we are talking about some things that we should not be talking, probably this is not the channel for you, because like we're going to talk about whatever we think is important right now or things that we are feeling like talking about, you know? And sometimes people don't like something that we say. They may sound like we're complaining about this country. We're just talking about the things that we know. I have been in Ukraine and I have seen so many things and how different the countries are in so many different ways, and that lets me see everything here from a different perspective, and that's why I can speak now about the things that I see and that I don't like in many cases.
I'm not attacking your country is beautiful, but some things happen because of cultural differences between Ukraine and Guatemala. I'm Ukrainian, so I, for 20 and more years, was living in Ukraine in all of this culture, and coming here 2 years, I think it's not so enough to like completely become Guatemalan, for example, completely understand all the culture. So I think, yeah, we're complaining a little, but I don't know. I think it's important to speak about some things, and this is what this channel is about differences. We're talking about differences.
Social media is like free, you know, like anyone can talk about anything, and that's what we want to do. The thing is that Anna has her channel in Spanish, but it's not so easy to talk about controversial stuff there, especially because she's still learning Spanish. And second, because like some people can be really sensitive, and you guys may know that. That's why we're trying to do this here. We're trying to talk about some controversial stuff, and maybe some of you guys can relate. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know what this video is about anymore. We were supposed to talk about the capital and why it is nice to live in the capital, and also why it is not really nice. Let's just make some bullet points of why it is not good to live in the capital. So first, it's safety issues. Second, what else? Traffic.
Traffic could be.
Third, well, a lot of noise. I don't like it, but some people do. Some people really love and enjoy living in the capitals. Like if you are a sensitive person or like anxious person, it is not comfortable to live in the capital because it's too much noise, too many people, you just feel anxiety. So what about what is good in the capital?
First, the airport. You have the airport right there.
All the governmental institutions like
embassies, headquarters of companies, all this.
More understanding probably of all this like new stuff, like brand deals, for example. Like people...
More opportunities like to like actually meet people in person, like companies in person.
Some places like a zoo, for example.
Yeah, some like entertainment.
There's some stores that you cannot find here, for example, in Quetzaltenango. So yeah, there's so many nice things about the capital, but at the same time, we're not living there for some reason. Thank you for watching this video, and I think it was wandering por todos lados.
Yeah, you don't need to take it so seriously. Like, if we said something that you didn't like, just think that we are just two people speaking about anything, and you happen to listen to us.
Yeah, we were just saying about our experiences, my experiences as a Ukrainian girl in Guatemala. So we have one task for you. Please let us know in the comments the questions that you have for Luis as he went to Ukraine. What questions do you have about Ukraine, about going there as a Guatemalan person?
And if you watched all the way to the end, and you're wondering why we're speaking in English, well, we said it in the first video. This channel is for us to speak in English, and I know Spanish. Spanish is my first language, and I'm not trying to look like anything else than what.
Yeah, just some people in the comments said some stuff, like very stupid stuff about Luis, that he's trying to be something else. No, he's not trying to be something else. We speak English on a daily basis, all the time, all day long.
And that doesn't make me any less Guatemalan.
Leave your questions in the comments, questions to Luis about Ukraine. We're gonna answer them later. And do we have a sign off?
No, just see you in the next video.
See you in the next video. Bye! Subscribe!